Hey y'all, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to try to make a miniature pool table. So I've got some random things here that I already had on hand, so I'm going to try to make it out of these. Dollar Tree does sell like a little plastic play pool table, and I could have used that except for the space I'm trying to fit it into was too small for the one that Dollar Tree has. So I'm just going to make one out of some things I've got. These are they're rubber bottoms off of something. I don't know if you can see that. They're actually off of my little island. These are the backings to them. When you remove them, that's where I store all my resin. So I have some extra ones, and I'm going to use those, and I'm stacking them, and I'm just going to glue those two together and get one solid piece. So that was easy enough. I think it adhered pretty good. Even though this is rubber, I was questioning it a little, but it seems to be okay. I might need to clean that up a little. I just cut some craft foam, and it just so happened this craft foam almost looks like the texture of pool felt, but it's just regular craft foam. And I cut it to fit right there, and I haven't decided if I'm actually going to cut out the little spot for the balls, but ironically, if you look at my little rubber stoppers, they have it marked to make it easy. I could have just painted that inside green, but I did have this, and it looked so much like the pool felt that I used it. I still may come in. I'm not going to adhere that down because now I need to make a base for this thing. So it just so happened I had a piece of chunky wood from Dollar Tree. They have just chunky pieces in their crafters section, and it happened to fit that perfectly, so that's going to be part of my base. I did want to say, if you don't have something like this, Dollar Tree has a lot of little signs like this. Find one that kind of fits the size, or you can just buy one of their little pool tables and upgrade it this same similar way. So I'm going to attach this to the bottom, and you see what I mean? It fit perfectly. And I've got 4 of the little cubes, the little crafter square cubes, also ended up fitting perfectly. So I'm going to adhere all of those down. And then I have a couple more little, the Dollar Tree mini Jenga type game pieces that I'm going to squish into these areas. So just for some fun, I only ended up using 2 of those. I glued one this way, and the other one happened to fit that way, but you do whichever way. This is all getting painted over. I want it to bring you this one. You could do the very same thing with this one. I will say that that bottom part is just straight up paper. So you might want some felt or some craft foam to go over this because you can see it's striped. But the frame is nice. It just, you can see the size difference between mine and this one, and I realized this was way too big for the room that this is going into. So I have a couple options for decorative legs. These are supposed to be wooden dolls, and I'm sure you guys have seen this version. These are supposed to be the wooden snowmen. I had to sand. All of them have little nubs at the end, at the bottom, which, even as snowmen, it would make it hard to make them stand up. So I just took a file and hit them all a little. Probably wouldn't hurt for me to do it a little more. It doesn't look like the little people ones, the little wooden doll ones. There's 5 in this package. I think the snowman package is about the same. I am not sure which one I wanted to go with, but I'm thinking I'm going to stick with these still would be cute as legs. They would have been great as chunky legs had I just attached legs to this. But I think I'm going to go with this shape because initially when I was considering it, I wanted that shape attached to the little square. So that's what I'm going with. And I'm just going to glue these. I'm going to end up painting this entire thing black. Funny enough, while I'm sitting here waiting for the legs to dry, since I am using that kind of glue, um, I just realized the couple of things I showed you as ideas. This little piece here stacks perfectly. Let's see if I can turn this without losing everything off of here. Oh no, there goes all the pull balls. It drops down in there perfectly. Now I can show you. It works perfectly that way, and you would have easy enough room to attach some legs, and you've got you a pretty decent pool table just like that. I would definitely do a little something with that shiny plastic, if nothing more than to take a fine sanding block and just kind of buff it down and rough it up. So let's come back to this guy and see if he's glued. So with the magic of a little black paint, I've got, here is my finished piece. I'll spin it around. It's still a little wet, so I'm trying to be careful because I painted myself already. And you can kind of see why I did one of them long, so it looked like the return on that area right there. It kind of looks like the pull ball return. And I am just, I think it's dry enough I can pop this in there. And there's my finished table. I just have a chopstick that I cut down, and I'm not sure if I'm happy with the length on this, so I haven't done the handle for it yet. I think I was just going to color that in with a furniture marker and stain that bottom section. But I do feel like maybe, I don't know, I feel like the proportions are off. But I may just be feeling that way because it doesn't have a handle yet, so I've got to sand that little end down. And I wanted to share these also. They're 3D stickers that Dollar Tree had. So I thought I might end up using this little pub one, maybe the billiards ones, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up making my own dartboard for this little pub thing that this idea that I'm working on. So I'm probably going to end up using that and making a small dartboard for my walls. And see, those are pretty cute. That's all I wanted to share. I know it was kind of random bits and pieces, but I wanted to share that you could still absolutely do it with this, and adding some legs and something like this would work as well. I would definitely do a little tweaks to it as far as the paper goes. But this is my much smaller guy. You can see it's not even the size of the middle of that. So hopefully this will fit my little space. And I am using the triangle and a few of the balls out of the Dollar Tree one. Not all of them, because I'm not sure if you noticed, they kind of look like sixlets. There's no, let's see if I can slide them over. There was no stripes. There wasn't a lot of color variety, so I thought I might just throw a few of them on there around the table, and that's going to be my finished project. That's all I got to share. Talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.